I bought all of this, 2 MacBooks and an iPod for just $70. The question is, can I actually make a profit, or did I just buy more e-waste? I found these on eBay. The seller was asking $65 for the MacBooks, but I offered $50, and I don't know why, but they somehow accepted. The iPod was listed for $20 and I bought it. I spent $70 before tax on all the devices, so let's see if any of them actually work. First up, we've got the Retina, and it does have the anti-reflective coating coming off the display, which does definitely suck. Next, we've got the Unibody MacBook Pro. Honestly, this one's definitely in better shape. It definitely has less damage and it looks pretty good. There's no light on the charger, but to be fair, I don't even know if the LED works on this charger. Whoa, that screen is not good. It could definitely be a GPU issue, but I think it's a display. I can kind of make out something on the right side of the screen. Now let's check out the Unibody. I heard something spin up, but I think these might be known for bad GPUs. I'm going to try to get into internet recovery, but I don't even think these have it. Surprisingly, I guess it does have internet recovery. I finally booted into recovery. The trackpad feels horrible.
Alright, what's up guys? So I already had the video edited and I had it scheduled to upload on Friday. Today is, well, I guess it's Friday morning, it's 2 a.m. right now. But I decided I would try something I saw on YouTube for the trackpad. So there's basically this thing, it's a button that can apparently get misaligned or something under the trackpad, and you just take it out and reposition it. Well, I found out this one looks a little water damaged or old, and I had an iPod button off a dead motherboard that looked like it fit, and now this side doesn't click that well, and the hard drive also kind of died. I heard it click a bunch, and now macOS won't really load that well, so we got this SSD in there. I do have the mountain holes in it that are holding it in, but I also put tape there just in case, because I've heard of these coming out before. I mean, it's fine as an SSD, but with the SSD or with the old trackpad, I wasn't able to get in past internet recovery because the trackpad, when it clicked, it got worse, and now hopefully I will. So I will update y'all what happens and see. Alright guys, and for the moment of truth, it is hard to use this trackpad, and it clicks. I was not able to get it installed with this SSD, so that will up the value on this, and I'll have to redo the profit chart that I have, and well, I don't remember if I did it with the trackpad or not. That's very good news, and sorry for not recording any of it. I will link a video on how to do that if that is your problem. It seems like a pretty common problem. Alright guys, again, sorry for not being able to record much of this just because I was already planning on uploading the video whenever I decided to try this, but it seems to be working pretty well, so we're going to go and erase it. This is a 256 gig Micron SSD. I bought a 10 pack of them for pretty cheap, and it seems to be working pretty well. So before I couldn't click on any of this, and I also made a bootable installer a while ago for one of my old MacBooks, and I found I had that, and it was faster than internet recovery because I had to turn it off to put the cover back on. So we're using that. Alright, and I will be back once all this is done. Alright guys, so we are in macOS with the SSD, and it clicks really well and everything loads fast. I mean, I haven't opened this yet after it finished installing, and so the trackpad clicks really well. Well, the right side could click better, but it is a lot better. And now I don't even have to sell this for parts. I was gonna have to sell it for parts, bad trackpad, but everything worked really good. And the SSD did help a lot because this was the original hard drive. And I don't know how well y'all can see, but it looks like very, I don't know. I'm not surprised it's bad, but it just clicked a bunch and the MacBook shut off, and now whenever I plugged it into my computer, it wouldn't even read. So yeah, I put the SSD in off camera. Well, I did it on camera and I didn't notice, but the phone I record with ran out of storage midway through, so it didn't end up doing that. But let's go ahead and go to the next section of the video. I'm not for sure what that is because I'm doing this after I was supposed to upload it. So yeah. So this is the 2.66 gigahertz i7. It's a mid 2010. Has 8 gigabytes of RAM. It has the GT330M. Does that one fail a lot? I don't remember. I think these do fail a lot, but it seems to be fine. I do want to download max fan control. Is there even a battery in this? Cycle count 11.
I can kind of make out the boot screen or something. Let's switch over to the iPod for now. I got this one for 20 bucks off eBay. The listed showed a bad battery and a hard drive symbol, but that's not a hard fix. Alright, I got the battery out. I think this one's good though. Let's open it up. I gotta be careful with this audio cable though. I've broke, I think, 1 or 2 before now. Don't do what I'm doing. Try to use plastic tools and battery, not metal. Old battery looks like it's starting to expand though. I like plugging the audio cable in before the battery just to be careful. Alright, everything's clipped in, let's test it. I charged it with Firewire for about 25 minutes, and it's booting right into iPod OS now. Now let's see how the battery holds up after I put some songs on it. With the backlight off, it ran for 7 hours, 30 minutes, and 46 seconds. With the backlight on, it dropped to 3 hours, 44 minutes, and 7 seconds. That's results I would expect from a replacement battery. Let's go to the Retina. So I was able to get it hooked up to an external monitor in recovery mode. So let's go ahead and format it. Alright, install Big Sur, and I'll be back once it's done. Alright, we're into macOS Big Sur. Let's go ahead and check the specs. It's a late 2013 with a 2.3 GHz i7, 16 gigs of RAM, and I already know it has a 500 gig SSD. And I already know it has the GT750M 2GB from testing that didn't end up getting recorded for some reason. Alright guys, so in conclusion, for $70 before tax, this is a pretty good haul. We got a maxed out Retina, well, close to maxed out Retina at least. We got a, I think that's also close to maxed out Unibody. And we got a iPod Classic that only needed a battery. And I already had a battery for it, so it ended up being free. And so I spent about, I'm not going to include updating time or adding music because that was just sitting there, I was in the corner updating. I spent like maybe 10 minutes of actually clicking stuff on the Retina. I spent probably about 30 minutes on the Unibody, and I spent 10 minutes on the iPod. So that's pretty good times, and I should make at least $50 from this. We're going to go to the profit breakdown later, but I fixed the click on this Unibody. So I'm having to redo this part of the video too. But the Retina, I can't do anything about the screen. It's not worth it. And the only issue with the iPod is it could click a little bit better. So I don't know if you can hear that, but it doesn't click very well. I have that, I put that on the eBay listing that the middle click is very soft. But this is a pretty good haul. I mean, I'm not going to make that much, but I also didn't spend that much time on it. So let's go ahead and go to the profit chart, and we will discuss profit.
Alright, what's up guys? So I got a profit chart kind of similar to Joey does text that'll calculate it for me. So for the 2013 MacBook Pro 15-inch, I'm going to go and divide the prices of the two MacBooks together since I got them together by 2. So it would be $31.83 after tax. I paid $0 for parts, and I think I could sell it for $65. I've already got an offer for $70, but it's going to be about $10 to ship it, so I counter offered them for $75. We'll see if it sells. And then for the 2010 MacBook Pro 15-inch, it also costed $31.83. And I spent $0 on parts. Well, I already had that SSD available, but if I didn't, it would be about $10 in parts. I've had these SSDs for like a year. I'm pretty sure I did all the SSD part off camera, but I did do an update video on it earlier. And I've seen these range from anywhere of prices on eBay. I've seen them sell for as high as $150 and as low as $75. And from what I've seen, the best, I listed it for $120, and I'll probably take an offer of like $100, $110, something like that. It'll be about $10 to ship as well. I always put free shipping because I think that looks a little bit better. So I'm gonna put $100 for the sale. And then for the iPod Classic 4th Gen, I paid $21.94 after tax. I also spent $0 in parts because I already had that battery available from a past iPod, or I worked on 2 of those iPods and I could never fix one before. And I think I can sell it for $55. I have it listed for $60. It should sell for around there. I've seen 2 sell for I think $50 plus $10 shipping, one for $55 plus $7 shipping. So $60 and free shipping should sell. I would take an offer for like $55 though, so that would make it $25 in profit, and all that together would be $104 of profit, and that is for not that much work. So the 2013 I spent of actual time like clicking stuff and typing stuff, because I'm not going to count sitting in the corner watching a show, or the MacBook sitting in the corner while I'm watching a show as labor. So I would say I spent maybe about an hour on this. I'll go ahead and put a separate thing for that. So I put about an hour of that. For the 2010, I'd say about 30 minutes for this one actually, because all I did was type. So for the 2010, I'd say about 1 hour, because of the SSD and the trackpad I did off camera, and also just the repeated attempts of me trying to install it through internet recovery. because before I fixed the trackpad, that's why I tried to do it. I already had it, like, I already had this video done, but I just gave up trying to install the SSD because the hard drive actually died on me. And then I'd say for the iPod, about 10 minutes, because the time lapse I had was just my camera doing it. I just played the music and sat there. So that is not bad work. So for this work, I would say that's about, we'll do 2 hours. So that is $52 an hour for work, which is pretty good. So thank you all so much for watching, and hope y'all can tune into if I make another episode of this. Hope y'all can tune into that, or just whatever my next video is. So thank you all so much for watching, and bye.